Alright, so on this slide I'm just going to go through some more thoughts about lines of best fit. So first of all, I'd like to point out that it might not pass through a single one of your data points. And that's okay. It just needs to go through the middle of the data set as a whole. Alright, what else do I want to say? I want to say be careful of the numbers at the ends, at either extreme. So often, once we get to the outer edges of your dataset, there are some kind of outlying values. And it can be tempting to skew your whole graph to take account of that. But remember, it's the total number of... Yeah, so don't give them too much importance. So equal numbers of points above and below the line. Alright, what else do I want to say? So I want to remind you that the line of best fit can be described by an equation which might be useful. Okay, so it shows the positive or negative correlation of your two variables. So positive, that means x increases, means that y increases, and negative correlation means that if x increases then y decreases. But those are both types of correlation that show that your two types of data are linked. And finally, I think the last thing I want to say is to mention regression. So what I've just shown is kind of a casual way of doing your best by hand to draw the line of best fit. But of course there are computer programs and mathematical models to do a better job of that, and this is called regression. And so that could lead, and yeah, there are different methods which I'm not going to go into here, but if you put your numbers into Excel and ask Excel to find your line of best fit, it will use a mathematical technique known as regression. And actually I have one final thing to say, which is that your line of best fit doesn't have to be a line. Sometimes they're curved. So there are different regression models that lead to different shapes of a line, and in the lab sometimes it may be appropriate just to draw freehand a curve through the middle of your data points rather than a straight line with your ruler. That is an important point. But still, with the curve, you're not going through each individual point, you're going as best you can through the middle of your data points. Okay, let's just write something in here to remind us about interpolating or extrapolating data points. So those are some more of my thoughts about scatter plots and lines of best fit.